Morning, Andrew. Hey, it's Tom. I'm just recording um, I guess I'm recording a tutorial video, I guess, or something for you. Cause right now it's about 5:30 in the morning, and I'm trying to add an extra functionality to the Web2py, and I thought, oh hey, maybe I should just record this so that Andrew can watch, and so that I can also explain to him, maybe answer a few questions that he might have. Okay, so basically what I'm working on right now is a controller that'll take data. The controller will take data, and it will output, the graph. Excuse me, the graph form of the data. So I don't have an example right now, but maybe I do. Let's see. API.Google Charts. This is one. So I'm going to generate something like this. Basically, this is a chart that shows what posts were posted on what days. And as you can see right here, there's just too many posts to see, but this is the basic idea about it, the basic idea. Okay, so right now I have a... Hold on one second, let me turn on this music. Okay, oh. Okay, so right now I have this is the new controller that I made. It's called grapher.py. There's a little function in it called grapher, and what it does is it basically graphs it. The way I'm going to call this function, you don't have to do this really, but the way I'm going to call it is I'm going to call it inside the actual render file, this one right here, which is the file that generates this page right here. So inside this page, I'm going to call it using this link right here. This link doesn't work yet, so let's see if I can make it work. So to make a link, you use the URL URL function. So application is blog search py. Controller is going to be grapher. It's the grapher controller that I just made up there. And then the function inside the grapher controller is also going to be called grapher. I wonder if I could do that. I don't know if I can do that. And then the vars is going to be the variables associated with it is going to be a dictionary variable of the posts. Posts is equal to posts. And that's it, I think. Okay, let me see. Yeah. List. Oh, it's going to be a list. It's called list. The list is what is the results that are returned that are created in the thing. So it's going to be list. I'm sorry. It's literally like 5:30 in the morning. I don't know how well my explanations are going to sound, because I am still kind of sleepy. I really should be sleeping, but I wanted to do something. Okay, so grapher is going to take the data that is passed, request vars posts. It's going to assign it to this variable posts, and then it's going to do whatever, some magic. Okay, so let's see if we can generate the link. So this is going to be the view file that is called when grapher is called. So grapher is going to be called by the render HTML, and then it's going to go through this function, and then once the function is done, it's going to open up this view file. So right now, for the end of the view file, what I did is I sent a link. I sent the link that I created here, and it's going to be parsed by the view file here. So it's going to equal link right here. Okay, so let's see if that worked. It probably didn't, but that's okay. Reload this page. Oh, I'll see even an error right there. I probably did the function wrong, I guess. Yeah, see, invalid syntax right there. Let's figure that out. Hmm. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, you know what I did? Missing a parentheses. I have one parentheses for this dictionary, and then I need another parentheses to close the actual URL function. Here we go. Alright, let's see if this worked. Cool. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Let's see how the data is parsed out. That is actually not really well done. That's going to be a huge string. Wow, that's really bad. Okay. So there's an error here somewhere with our SQL string. I'm curious. Let's see if it actually passes, how it passes the link. Let's see. Okay. So it passes it as an array of arrays. You see the first array here. I mean, this is the first array. This is the second array, etc., etc. So this is, see, the problem is, I know the problem is, the reason why I gave you the SQL error is because it's returned as a long, what, maybe? What? Just comment out this line, and then let's pass what the select statement actually is. No. Select post from or see, this is not good. Wow. For posts and posts. Why did it do that? That's weird. This is where it's generated right here. It selects the first array item and then adds it to this inner select SQL statement. But this is weird that it parsed it. Why didn't it parse these parentheses? Oh, I know why. Because of the way that Python arrays work, what it does is in this 0 right here, instead of actually taking the first array, it takes the first character of the array. Here we go. I'm doing this extra one. That'll change it. Nope. Oh, I know. Post. Nope. What happens if we do this? I see, I see. You know, it actually didn't return it as an array at all. It actually returned it as a giant string. Okay. That has to be changed. So we can't do that. Maybe we shouldn't have a graph or link at all then. because it's better to just be generated inside the render file. Alright. Okay, so I just returned it to when I had it before. This is the author Python code controller. It renders the render HTML. It gets the author ID, and then it executes the model py. And this is the model py. It gets this stuff right here. And then it gets the author name. So where's the author name? String author name right here. And then it returns all this data to the render controller, and it also gets the graph link. Let's see how that worked instead. So let's get rid of this. Oops. Oh, there's an error now. None type object is not callable. Oh, that's right, because I deleted the function. There it is. Okay, so didn't get anywhere, but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I really don't want to do this anymore. Just leave it like that. It sounds fine to me. What's the problem? Oh, graph is not defined. When you have a variable that's called, if you have a variable inside the view file, like this equal graph, and you don't assign it, then it's going to complain. So what you do is you do a little try catch statement. Try, if the variable equals the variable, then it exists. Well, no, this is not really an if statement, but this is rather an assignment. If you can assign the variable to itself, then it exists, so you can do whatever you want. Except, if it doesn't work, then you don't do whatever you're trying to do. So there we go. So this will work. All right, let's make it so that the categories controller, which is this one, the categories controller generates a graph as well. So let's open up the categories controller. All right, and so the function that we call in the categories controller is index. So the one we're going to modify is index. So we're just going to add another line. It should be really easy. It should be just model.graph link, and then the results that we get. There we go. And so what this is this is the variable that gets passed to the view file. The variable that gets passed to the view file, like the one that's right here, this one. Or this one, actually. This one's the one. And so we can also just have a different name for it. You don't have to do grapher or whatever. We can make this, kittens. And so you change this one on the right side, but this one on the left has to match the one inside the view file. Let's save that kittens, and then what is that author? Oh, gosh, okay, here we go. Sleepy. Come on, sweetheart, let's go. So now this is the problem. This is exactly why I didn't want to generate the graph inside this controller, because it would just take so long for the entire call. I really have to figure out how to put it to a separate controller, I think. Okay, well that's taking a long time, so let's do something else. I'm going to see if Python has a built-in library um, to, what is it called? Transform strings into arrays. That'd be convenient. What's the opposite of PHP? Explode. Implode? Cool. Map? What is this map? List of numbers that I want to PHP on. Implode in Python. Let's see. Wait, what does the implode function do? Huh, cool. Okay, this didn't solve anything. Let's check back on this. Here we go. Here's the chart graph. Ta-da! Alright, works. Anyway, I hope that was informative. I guess it really wasn't. I know it wasn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. But maybe you can figure out things a little bit better. Maybe now that you have this spoken record. So basically, Python looks for these controllers. These controllers take data from the user and then calculate the data and modify the data and then pass it to a view file. And then the view file then takes the data again and then formats it for the user to use. And that's it. Their more detailed look is that each of these guys calls a view file right here. Here's a view file that's made, pre-made for it. Here it gets the variables from the user. Here it executes another Python file, so it executes this model.py. And then here's one of the executions inside the function inside model.py. Author posts. It signs the return values into this thing, and the author name, and the graph link, and then it all takes this, assigns it to values that are pertinent inside the view file, title, list, and graph. You can find these files, or these variables inside here. Take a look. Here's what is it? title. Title. Oh yeah, I actually did leave some notes at the very top. Title, post count. Actually, it does not need post count. Title list. So, title. So here it is right here. Signed there. And then the list is right here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Stuff, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna send you this file. I hope it helps, Andrew. If you have any more questions, email me. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't help you too much for this assignment for many reasons. One is that I'm incredibly busy this week. As you can see, I'm already up at 5:30 doing work, or 5:51 now, and I have to prepare panel discussions. I have to make sure that students are adapting well to University of Maryland. They're getting fed also. So I'm doing a lot of things right now for the international students, and I can't really physically do a lot of things with you, but we can do this telecommuting things. And second off is that this assignment is more of a test for you, to be honest. And the professor, Hassan, and I want to see how well you can, how much aptitude, how well you can adapt to this situation, and how well you can figure this out on your own. Because we had a problem with a student last year with that, I mean last time. So you really have to try this for yourself, essentially. You still have a couple more days to do this. I can probably just extend your deadline, but I need to. I know that you're not in classes right now, so you have a lot more free time. So I want to see some work, something of sustenance. I'm gonna have to see something of sustenance by at least Tuesday, and most Tuesday. What's today? Sunday? Yeah. So you have 2 days. Hopefully this video will help you out. Let me check if you have any more questions that I can answer really fast. Webcam. Oops. Okay, you looked at this code and the virtual volume is kind of weird, but okay, have you seen the code too? Okay, oh, spinner database. Oh, no, spinner database. Okay. Spinner database is essentially just this right here. This is the database. It just holds the data. There's no code here. See, these are all just the posts, the posted dates, you know, the authors associated with a post. It's where we get all the, it's what the model controller calls. Let's show you the model controller. Okay, right here. For example, when we get the categories, the categories for the category list. Right here. This function, category browse, is right here. Categories browse. What we do is we execute the model, and then we use the results right here. The function categories inside the model. So here's the model, and here's the function categories. We connect to the database. We define the table that we want to take data from, and then we execute this SQL command. Select categories ID, category name, category stats, author count, category post count, from categories, blah, 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 blah. Left join, category stats on category IDs equal to category stats. Here is the database. These are the tables. So categories, the categories table, right here. It just shows all the categories and their ID. This other table right here, category stats. is the stats for each of these tables, author count, post count. So in order to get what we want, the information we want is the name and the author count and the post count, you have to combine these two tables. You've got to combine the categories tables and the category stats tables. So we use some SQL. SQL here. Select category ID, category name, left join category stats, etc. So you can actually take this SQL command, copy it, and actually run it right here on the database, right here. And it'll give you the same results. So, see? ID, name, author count, post count. So the spinner database just holds the data. There's no code here. No code here. And your other question was... Oh yeah, anything else? Okay. Just reread my instructions. My instructions are relatively thorough, I feel. I mean, it's like a page and a half of just instructions right here. Yeah, I guess really what you need to do is figure out the Web2py. And yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop this video here. I hope this helped you. If you have any more questions, whatever.